Live on stage.
The sound.
Orlando.
So, is they ready?
The sound.
Orlando.
What's going on, party people? What is going on? We're back with another show, man. I want to say shots out. We've acquired a new sponsor today. You will be, when you see their logo, you will understand what it is we're doing. Want to give a big ups to our brand new sponsor of the night, Red Rum, representing the city of the O. They're definitely the sound of Orlando. They got a new project coming out, and man, it's really dope. It represents our city well, so we're proud at the Sound of Orlando show to welcome our new sponsor to the program, and our family of sponsors, and tonight's sponsor, as well as the legendary DJ, promoter, and graphic designer, my man Jesse Jazz. Hit him up at 5-Star Graphics if you need any graphic work done in the city. Please believe me, he will do you right, man. Good, great brother, great person to talk to. Just, all around good brother. Support local businesses. And like I said, our new sponsor joining our family of sponsors is Red Rum. And shout out to AOD. Shout out to, that whole movement over there, man. They my man Rax, my man Red Eye, like all of these guys are doing major things in the city. If you know anything about them, man, please go out, support what they're doing. They represent the city well, and we're just glad to have them as part of the sponsorship. Now, as we continue to proceed and move on, my next guest tonight, man, represents all things good when you're talking about bars. The man is a damn bar machine. Every time I turn around, he's got a new project. I was blessed enough to have him at the start of our show back in September, I believe. And, he's a great brother. This man's literally all over the country. He never stops working. This is what we're talking about. What we're talking about, this thing of ours called hip hop. He made one of my favorite songs up there with, Welcome to the Terror Dome, The Devil's in the White House. He's got hits. He's been with, super producer Knots. They got projects together. He continues to reinvent himself. Nicolas Cage, and just you name it, man. He's at it, and he's not stopping anytime soon. If you ain't ready for this dude, man, I don't know what the fuck y'all doing. This brother is the real deal when it comes to bars. If y'all know about him in Orlando, y'all better get to know him, man. He's a great dude. And like I said, it's an honor to always have these caliber of MCs because, they just set the tone, man. You got to come with it. So without further ado, back by popular demand, let me bring on my brother, the one and only, Brooklyn Bad Seed. Let's go.
Yeah.
Man, welcome to the show again, my brother. Welcome to Orlando. You can't stay out of here, can you?
That was a hell of an intro.
Man, bro, you gotta get flowers, bro. What the hell we waiting for, man?
I appreciate. Well, I'm not used to flowers and so
Hey, man.
I appreciate that. Thank you, bro.
I can't even imagine a world without them. That shit would suck.
You feel me?
So, man, welcome to the show again, brother. Like I said, you were one of the first brothers that came on the show as we started. This whole entire run, man. I appreciate that. That shit goes a long way. And I stuck to my word. Like I said, you always welcome on the show. And look, you're back. And we're going to chop it up about all things hip hop. And just kind of, talk about what projects you're working on. You done let out 2 since I last seen you, or 3, maybe 4. I don't know, bro. Your ass stay working.
Hold up. When was I here last?
Right. We were talking about September, I believe, like the end of September going in October.
Hold on.
Or it might have been the 1st of October, somewhere around there.
We put out the Sixes project, me and Blitzkrieg, produced by Knots. That came out the end of November.
Six.
DJ Dub, what's good, brother? 6 Man, Honey De
Yes,
Niro,
six.
what's good?
Yes.
6 Man, we in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that Sixes, the Sixes project came out in November. Then Honey De Niro, her project dropped in December. And then I dropped a self-titled project in January, I think. No, I dropped that on my birthday in February 6th. And then in March, we dropped the Devil's Rejects project. It was me, Honey De Niro, and Stuck Beat. You know, we took on the characters from the Rob Zombie movie.
Right.
Yeah, it's crazy. Produced by Team Demo. It's crazy. And then I just put out Get Home Safe on April 10th. Yeah.
Man, bro, like, dude, there's people can't even put together one project. Your ass out here putting 5, 6, 7. I think that's awesome, dude. I mean, and probably if we go back to your legacy, if you will, I mean, dude, how much bodies of work do you have that the world know about? It's a lot, right?
I mean,
right.
Right now, I might be at 13. Right now,
That's crazy, man. Crazy.
I might be at 13.
Crazy.
I don't know.
Well, let's explore that. What was some of the things when you came up? I mean, because we're similar in age, and you know, like the idea of back then when albums were done, you normally had to wait a year or two to hear something else from them, maybe even 3 sometimes. And now it's kind of like shit. Depending on the artist, an artist might drop 2 on you in a year or 3 on you in a year. Does that tell us about that motivation? What brought you to that space where you got all that energy, creativity to just continue to drop material after material? Was that how you were raised to just go at it like that, or just talk about what led you there?
First of all, the first thing above all of that, I never really was a fan of how it used to be. Anyway,
talk about it.
Like, I used to hate that I had to wait so long to hear my favorite artist. Like, right. I remember when Long Live the King came out. Long Live the King was the reason why I rapped. You understand what I'm saying? That album.
Shout out to Big Daddy Kane.
Yeah, shout out to Kane.
And that Long Live the Kane album, dude. Let me tell you
now
something.
Long Live the Kane. Now it's a Big Daddy thing. His second album. It came out the following year. But if I'm not mistaken, it was late in the year because I remember still being in high school. And I think it was my first year of high school. That had to have been 89. First year of high school. So so it had to have come out in the fall. So it was late in the year of 89. So you figure Long Live the King came out in 88. We had all that year of Kane. I wanted more as a fan. So with that, I never really dug that. Yes, I was absolutely raised to work in the studio. I've never been one to play around with studio time, or I'm a studio rat. I'm on the road right now. There's no studio in my hotel room. That needs to change. You know what I'm saying? I
right.
love to record. I've always been like that. It's just that now we have, the DSPs, and you got all these avenues to put your material out. you know, we no longer have to wait and sit on material. See,
Right.
a lot of it back then too was manufacturing. Manufacturing took a long time. You know, you know, think about how long it takes to press up vinyl. Like when you're waiting for the vinyls to come back. Like this, they were setting release dates based off of a lot of these things. Like they couldn't just say wake up today and be like, hey, we're gonna drop an album back in '90. Like that wasn't happening. You had to get the CDs done. What are the CDs then? Yeah,
Nah, not in 90, not in 90.
but like your tapes, you know,
Right.
all the duplication and all of that stuff was a factor in all
Right.
of that. So, you know.
Well,
But
when you
yeah,
dropping
I
some
was
jewels for the
absolutely
kids, them, because the kids, them don't even. There's a lot of kids right now that never even seen a CD. There's a lot of people that think of vinyl as, there's a couple copies at your favorite a retail store now, but they don't know how everything relied on, like you said, the manufacturing of
right.
things. You couldn't just go walk into a place and tell them print you 10 million records without there being a wait time just on that alone. People were
Right.
waiting for records. You had artists for all, and so yeah, people planned in the summer. People planned in early spring, February. There were time dates where everybody did their work. And like you said, we live in an era now where everybody has access. Do you feel that kind of that creates?
But not to cut you off, but
Yeah.
technology has changed so much now too, because back then you was recording on reels, man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you couldn't you like I'm doing projects. I'm sending shit to my nigga Dave in Texas. Shout to Dave Casto. I'm sending shit to my dude. My dude's sending that shit back in like an hour. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you couldn't do that then. So
Right.
so technology is way different now. So you could become a lot more productive and put more stuff out. I think that's
Right.
the difference. Manufacturing and technology. Because I'm pretty sure that there were prolific artists back then that had albums lined up that just couldn't come out because they had to set a release date based off of
Well,
technology and manufacturing.
and you were talking about what that was like when Big Daddy Kane dropped that Long Live the Kane. Shout out to the legendary Big Daddy Kane and what he represented. That Raw was so hard. Like I remember hearing him for the first time on that Color soundtrack. Cold Chillin' had that whole soundtrack locked. And Raw was on side A. It was, I believe, the third song on that tape. And I kept rewinding it. I couldn't believe, because prior to that, I heard what Cold Chillin' was doing. And I'm leading up to a point. When you got that Cold Chillin' record, the pink joint with the white letters looking like Looney Tunes, you knew it was quality. And even if you didn't know the artist, the label gave you kind of an insight on what that artist is going to sound like. It's going to sound dope, right?
That's a fact.
Because we're with this technology boom, and knowing that we grew up where there was teams of things. Def Jam represented an idea. When you copped the Def Jam record and you seen that label, 9 times out of 10, you knew it was going to be dope. It was getting played.
Yeah.
Cold Chillin', same thing. Do you think we missed that for artists, just having that label, a branding, if you will, that, okay, this particular group of people, whoever they put out, it's gonna be dope. And to introduce artists that may not have the notoriety, but ride on the label's quality. Do you think we miss that when we pick up new music? and not be able to see the representation of their organization, if you will? Do you think we missed that?
Kinda.
It's kind of like cross marketing. It's kind of like cross marketing.
But I don't really see where it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? We kind of miss it, but because what labels are there?
No, I'm right there with you, brother. I'm right there with you.
You know what I'm saying? Like
right
now,
there's no labels really, but it was kind of like what Jay-Z. I could put this sentence damn near in anything. Damn near. We don't believe you. You need more people. And the idea of what those labels, if you will. Now, I'm not talking about all of them. There was a bunch of labels that were known for bullshit. And you know who you are. But there were labels that gave new artists, if you will. People that you may not have been up on. Kind of like a look so that you could come out and do your thing.
But see, it's deeper than that. Because
talk about it, my brother.
Think about why the labels no longer exist.
Right.
We're reverting back to what we was talking about earlier, technology.
Right.
The labels that do exist now, they don't even have A&R departments. They're not developing anything. They're looking at your Spotify numbers, they're looking at your YouTube numbers, and they're basing the decisions that come after you. And if they want to invest in you off that, they like the technology has made it to where you can get yourself lit now. You don't need that. You know what I'm saying? You don't need that. Where they come in, they're a bank loan. They're a bank loan that's going to help you propel your career more based off of what you've already done for yourself. That's the only way they're going to come knocking. Ain't no listen to my demo no more. Ain't no, such and such, I got a meeting. The only way you got a meeting is if you're making some noise somewhere. That's the only way you got a meeting. And then that meeting is probably going to consist of a 360 deal. How smart you are is going to depend on if you're going to go 50-50 with them, or you're going to say, yo, you know what? Fuck this deal. You came to me. I come to you. You came to me. I can do this without you. So you can either give me the money and we can get money together, or you can kick rock. See, the problem is that a lot of people get caught up in the label names. They don't understand that it's like these labels are like, they're like
pimps.
It's like it's like a monster, a beast, a dragon, right?
Right, they're pimps.
That was a badass motherfucker, but just somehow lost his power. So when the dragon walking down kid is blowing his fire, it used to be now that shit is just like
right.
It's still a dragon, but its fire ain't the same. Like what it spit out ain't the same. It don't bully shit around the way it used to.
Right.
You freedom and respect that it's a dragon, but you ain't scared of the dragon no more.
And I love what you said, because you're saying the obvious, which is the power of or the infrastructure of what labels were actually the worst part of what the label is. What I was saying, or giving an example of, was the idea of what labels visually added to the aesthetics of what you see as these people are backed. They have a backing of solid people. From the outside looking in, it would be like saying, LeBron James got Nike behind him, right? Now, we know Nike has sweatshops. We know people, they sell overpriced shoes. We get all of that.
But I don't know that, because I never saw one.
What do you mean?
You saw one? You saw the switch up? I didn't see it. Like I just want to know if anybody saw it.
I've never went to China, but what I'm saying,
but that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying, bro. Like a lot of shit just be shit. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of shit be shit. People tell us shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? And then they take to really see for yourself to be like. And it's the same thing with the labels. And I need the artists to understand this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all smoke and mirror. It is everything smoke and mirrors. Like shit. I might look like a cool rapper to you. Guess what? I work fucking 12 to 14 hours a day and slinging boxes in the warehouse.
Can you say that one more time for the people that missed that part?
I sling boxes in a warehouse 12 to 14 hours a day. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you might be like, ooh, you cool rap. Nah, man, yo, shit is real. Ain't no smoke and mirrors over here. Ain't no smoke and mirrors. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors, and you got to be careful of them.
And this Go Sit Your Ass Down Somewhere moment has been brought to you by Brooklyn's own Bad Seed. He done told your ass it is real. And it is real. For a lot of people, they don't realize that just because you're good does not mean you are well off in life. Just because you are well off does not mean that you're good. So there's always that. And like what's been going down in the past maybe couple of years, tell the people them, how are you feeling about what hip hop is presenting from all different avenues? How do you feel about the place that hip hop is in right now, right this minute?
I love it.
Boom! Let's go.
I mean, I love it. I love it. I love the energy. I love the fact that it's still here. I love it. You know what I'm saying? See, I don't know if that question was really diverted to how I feel about what mainstream is.
Well, no,
as opposed to
that's your problem.
Oh.
I'm presenting the question as, what do you really feel? So you're gonna tell me, as a result, like two grown men talking, what you're looking at. Because for a lot of people, to your point, they're not looking at what's good. They're looking at what's horrible. And you're describing what's good to you. And that's a beautiful thing. So continue, my brother.
You know it's crazy. It's all relative.
Whoa!
It's all relative. Like, there is no meter or no man that sits high and deems something fire and something trash. There isn't. I've never seen it, and I've never seen him. Whoever that is, it's all relative and what you think. Like, one day you might have a taste for some pizza, and then the next day you might have a taste for some burgers. Or you might be in a fucked up situation where you somewhere and Uber Eats is just nothing but bullshit. That's the mainstream radio. And then you ain't got no choice but to order that shit. Hey, I get it. You understand what I'm saying? But the good part about it is you don't have to eat that shit. There's so much shit out there. And then
talk about it.
I look at it so objective that back in our like people like to run around and talk about the 90s and yeah, we did have the best era. I'm not gonna hold you. We sure enough did. But I'm not gonna sit here and lie to anybody and tell anybody that everybody was fire in the 90s because it was.
Nah, man, that's ridiculous.
But
that's
you know what's happening. But you know what's happening. Them whack motherfuckers from the 90s, they're running around acting like they was dope just because everybody's in agreement that they're sick of this new shit. So they're hiding behind that, forgetting that. So, and everybody else is forgetting they was trash. I'm not forgetting they was trash.
I loved
they was trash then.
Hammer. I loved MC Hammer when he first dropped, before he went big. When that first fucking video, Let's Get It Started, was at the fucking Hood Club, and they did their shit, and that fucking Turn This Mother Out came out. That was dope. When he started doing the Addams Family shit and the fucking Pepsi Cola shit and all that fucking shit, to me, that shit was whack. And there was artists that succumbed to the pressure of selling records and products that came out dope and eventually went whack. And there was artists, to your point, that were whack from the very beginning. And the 90s, to your point, allowed a space for them. And to your point, yeah, not everything was dope back then, but it didn't have to be. It gave it contrast. You know, you can't do a painting without other colors. Like, the shit looks like bland.
And it was okay back then to like Tribe Called Quest and like NWA too. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You already know. Right.
Like you didn't have to draw a line in the sand.
No, you didn't have to draw lines. I just got in a conversation with Doodlebug from Diggable Planets last night, and we were talking about how things have been so compartmentalized. And who the fuck did that shit? Because any person with a wit about them that did live through the 90s remembers that if you went to a jam, you heard everything damn near. You didn't hear just Brooklyn. You didn't hear just Compton. You didn't hear just this. And it's gotten to the point where everything is so generalized. And now, out of a reaction of there being this young energy trap South movement, now people are saying, okay, well, boom, we need to organize this stuff and call it grime, call it underground hip hop, call it trap.
Truth be told, though, yo, man, that shit ain't even the down south shit no more. It ain't even trap shit no more. Like, it's drill music. That shit that started in Chicago. And Brooklyn is real big on it right now, too. The young boys in Brooklyn. See, I like that music. I like the energy of it. But the problem with it is, see, from what I'm understanding of it, is they make the music with the intention to come kill you. It's drill music. It's listen, we got
beats. Can you say that one more time? Can you say that one more time?
This is my impression. I haven't sat down with artists and talked to them yet, but my impression is they make the songs about the people that they want to go kill, and then they go kill them. You know what I'm saying? And then the other one will make a song talking about how he want revenge, and then he go kill him. And then, like, that's what, and you know what's crazy? I like the music, and I'm gonna tell you why I like music. I like aggressive gangster shit anyway. I love all hip hop. I love the Tribe Called Quest, but I'm just saying, like, I just love it. I love it, and you can tell the authenticity in it, and I think that's what draws me to the actual music. Do I put it on while I'm chilling? No, I don't play that shit. You understand what I'm saying? But if it's on, I ain't mad. Like, it's one of them shits, because I'll be like, I'll hear Duke say something that will refer back to some shit that I know about. And I'm like, You know what I'm saying? So
I don't think Scarface, the movie, ever came on and I turned it off or changed the channel. If I was scrolling through something, Scarface was on, And I've seen Scarface probably 1,000 times.
It's a fact.
That movie does not come off. I wind up watching it if I was in the middle of it or just started. It plays and I don't turn it off. Why?
Right.
Because there's things in that movie that I don't care how old I get. To your point, the aggressiveness of that movie. That movie was aggressive. It smacked you in your face. And growing up in Florida, it feels like Florida to me.
Right.
You know, when you're talking about the aggressiveness of music, like I said, I was just talking to Doodlebug last night, and another song, "Bitch Better Have My Money" by AMG.
Classic.
That song was everything down south. We played that.
What
bitch.
he said? What he said? What he said? Ain't nothing like black pussy on my dick.
Word to
DJ Clay.
DJ. Right. Dude, that song was on repeat. He could have said it ain't nothing like bubblegum on my stick. You know, he could have said anything. But the energy of that song, the aggressiveness, dun, 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 yeah, like that intro, like anything could have happened when that song came on. Same thing with, everybody was rocking Ain't Nothing But a G Thing, and a couple of other things that was on commercially on that Chronic album. But when that album came out, all I heard down here was bitches ain't jit but hoes and shit. That's all we heard. Everywhere, 24 hours a day, that song was nonstop. And yes, women were listening to that track and loving it too. There's an aggressive.
They was singing the end part.
But that's the aggressive energy, to your point, in lieu of maybe the lyrics sometimes, is the most important parts of records that people, they feel that. They know that feeling. You can't go 24 hours a day and maybe not feel some kind of way where you're an aggressive person of yourself. There's no way. You're not human unless you don't have that aggressive.
It's just a vibe. It's just different vibes. And that's the beauty. That's the beauty of hip hop, is that there's many different vibes, man. You could get into yo, man, I ain't gonna front. I really hate when you want to know something. To me, I think the most annoying fans in the world, even more annoying than a Laker fan, or you know what I'm saying, would be.
I'm gonna forgive that simply because not only do you have the Knicks there, but you do have now the Super Nets, and we'll forget
talk about that.
We'll forget that on general principle.
We'll talk about that.
Right. Continue, my brother.
But the only thing more annoying than them to me are really diehard boom backpacker fans, because they're the most closed-minded people on the face of the earth. It's yo, you gotta understand, man.
No, hold up, man. Hold up. Breaking news, people. He just busted breaking news for everyone who has some sort of assumption in their heads about what the fuck boom bap is to Brooklyn. Breaking news, people. Let's go.
I mean, boom bap is just.
Turn this motherfucking sound up, man. Blast this is turn the whole shit up.
Everything up, my brother. Say that one more time for the people that just showed up now.
Boom bap is just, it's the music. It's the music that we make, but you can't get mad at people who don't make it. I love jazz, right? But I don't make jazz. I love it, but I don't make it.
I never seen anybody doing no jazz hands in no music video, man. So
I love rock and roll, but I don't make rock and roll. Like my thing is be open-minded. Understand that as artists, we might wake up one day and say, yo, I want to just make a singing album. And as an artist, you should be able to do that. Like I said earlier, whack is relative. Somebody might like that shit. And a lot of times it really comes down to the artist. Like, do you like that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like art is art, yo. And it's gonna always be art. There's pictures of doodle, and that's art. And this bitch is selling for fucking millions of dollars, and it's just a piece of diarrhea. You know what I'm saying? Like
you said,
like
hold
come
on,
man.
And you said something earlier about things being relative. So shouts out to you. I know your ass loved that Thriller album. That Michael Jackson Thriller album.
Love it.
What made that album so motherfucking dope is that Michael Jackson, that was really like a mixtape. Between him and Quincy Jones, they made like a mixtape. That shit had elements of all music that was out at that time. That shit had like a fucking
rock and roll.
Shit had that disco shit, the rock and roll shit, the R&B shit.
Yo, I got a story. I met Quincy Jones. I was at his house with shout to my sis Miri Ben Ari, played the violin.
Yeah.
We was at his crib and I was asking him, you know, just tripping, like just about Thriller. Like I couldn't really get into it. Well, he couldn't really get into it. But I was just amazed because yo, man, this guy made the fucking beat. I wanted to ask him, yo, what made you go and sit back and listen to that shit and go, I think this needs a bass line. That's it right there. Record that.
Yeah,
record that. Hey,
bro,
you know what I'm saying? Like
shit.
Come on, you got that nigga sitting right there. You feel me? So yo, I see people saying shit about what I was saying about I guess about
shout
the
out to
boom
my
bap
man Strange Flow.
No, like him. No doubt. If you make a singing album, it wouldn't be a hip hop album. But as you're an artist first,
right?
It's an art form. No,
don't
it's
say
not
that
a hip hop.
shit to CeeLo.
But hold on. No, it's not a hip hop.
Don't say that shit to CeeLo.
But hold on. No, it's not a hip hop album. It's something else. But you still give that motherfucker props for even venturing out and not listening to what everybody's saying and going to do what he felt. So, you know how many artists is out there making music that ain't even what they feel. They just doing it because it's what people think that they should be making. You understand what I'm saying? Like there's people that's artistically not happy, yo. That's the worst. When you cannot create because you worried about what somebody else is gonna think or say about your shit. Do what the fuck you wanna do, yo. If you wanna fart on a record and make it rhyme, I would like to hear it, but shit, do that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like people, I've heard people talk about, oh, that hip hop album, it got too many singing choruses. Yo, where the fuck you think hip hop come from? R&B and all that shit. Like they sample the shit. Like why they can't have a singing chorus? But it was okay when Slick Rick was going, Mona Lisa. You know, it's okay when he do it, right? But Drake can't do it.
When that nigga,
let that man do him, yo. Let him do him, yo.
No, hold on. And I'm glad you brought up fucking Slick Rick, the king of the stories, the king of swag. One of my favorite songs that's under the radar. Any radar, anytime I bring this song up, people like, I ain't never even heard of that. Well, I know you're gonna run away. I'd rather see you to the next day. Well, I know you're gonna be with him. He literally sung damn near on that whole Ruler's Back album.
That's a fact.
And just
That's a fact.
Killed him.
That's a fact. He sang on that whole. He sang on that whole shit. He sang on that whole shit. That's a fact.
That Hey Young World, that Mona Lisa.
That's a
he
fact.
He sung like it was no problem. He came in this motherfucker talking about la-di-da-di. We like to put singing.
Wow.
You know, and we respect Slick Rick's bars and his art.
Shit, what's the name?
Like
Nice and Smooth too. Nice and Smooth.
Them niggas thought they were Force MDs.
You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Like you can't listen. You could fool some of the people some of the time, but you could fool Bad Seed none of the time. Like real talk. I study this shit. Like this is why I'm looking at this shit so objectively, because it's like, yo, me personally, I don't give a fuck what anybody doing, because it has nothing to do with what I'm doing. I don't got the time to sit there and be like, oh, this motherfucker, he's using too much auto-tune. Who cares? I'm not using auto-tune. So why the fuck do I care if he uses auto-tune? Who cares? You care what color drawers he got on too? Like, damn, let that nigga rock. Like, niggas be too busy worrying about what other niggas is doing. And come on, man, that's a whole nother conversation too.
On the next episode, sit your ass down somewhere before you get beaten to a pulp. It's been sponsored by my brother.
I'm just passionate.
From another mother, Bad Seed, representing the BK to the fullest. This is what we need to really be talking about, the idea of what it is to be free. And everything you just described in freedom, that needs to be discussed every day. Every day. What can we do to be free? Everything you just described on making music, being an artist, requires a level of freedom in which we're not going to understand until the actual artist put out.
That should be the one thing. That should be the one thing an artist has that no one can take away from them. You could take money. You could even take people. You know what I'm saying? But your creativity should be. Is there anything fucking sacred, yo? You know what I'm saying? No. Like them say, I care about hip hop or what they call hip hop. Yo, that's true. However, you know, hip hop is a cornucopia of a lot of things, man. You know what I'm saying? Reggae, rock and roll, R&B, blues, soul. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes down to it, when artists want to experiment and go that lane and they're a hip hop artist, but they want to incorporate it, I really don't see nothing wrong with that. Like, if it's not your cup of tea, if you don't want to eat McDonald's, walk past that motherfucker and go to Five Guys. It's just that simple. You don't gotta walk by McDonald's like, oh, them motherfuckers is whack. Let them do them. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're going to Five Guys anyway. So if you're going to Five Guys anyway, why are you shitting on them on the way? Like, it's corny to me. Like, it's wild corny, and it discourages people. You know, I think especially now, I think people need to be more creative than ever. If you feel it in your heart, say it. If you want to do it, man. Stop worrying about what other people, because 9 times out of 10, the people who got something to say can't even do what you do. The main people that always got something to say don't even rap.
On the next episode of Shoot 'Em in the Face, we talk about doing you. This is exactly where music should be anyway, because music is for the poor. It's for the have-nots. It's the only time where someone is wealthy based on the ability to express oneself without any impediment, right? Like, there's no, you don't have to have money to be dope. You don't have to have some schooling and a degree to be dope. Like, hip hop was one of the very things that allowed people to create absolutely nothing into something. And to your point of encouraging people and uplifting our people, we should always continue to encourage our people to be free first. And, you know, whatever that sounds like, whatever that ends up like, Common said,
you don't have to listen to it.
Right. If I don't like it, I don't like it. That don't mean that I'm hating. Like, you know, that's not for me. You know,
that's all.
And that should be okay.
It is okay. It should be. Yeah, it should be. But then, like, it's just crazy. Yo, you know what I want to do? Like, if I was king of the world, right? I would make like another like planet, like right off of the world, and I will call that shit over there, right?
Over there.
And then
I'm already booking flights. Where's it at?
No, you don't want to go over there. You don't want to go over there.
I got.
Because that's what we said in all the stupid people. We're gonna put them all on a spaceship because I'm king of the world, and I'll be able to pay for that spaceship and the fuel and send all the stupid people over there. And the really dumb ones, they're going way over there. Like that's like the next town over. Like it's serious way over there. That's what I would love to do.
But
Jesus Christ.
Because and that's a hip hop song. Shout out to Curtis Blow, Five Rule the World, one of the greatest hip hop songs and melodies and just put together joints ever. And
he was singing. I love him, baby. Black diamonds and
Man, you would have been singing. You would have been singing with them damn background singers, man.
Come on, man. But can nobody say that ain't a hip hop song, though?
Hell no, bro. I saw Crush Groove 10,000 times.
Come on.
And I still ain't done with that movie yet. And that was one of the dopest scenes.
Niggas be tripping me out. Niggas trip me out. Oh, so hold on. So what about KRS One song? Step into a world. That's not a hip hop song.
He was singing.
Anyone.
He was singing anyway. Like I go back with him to la 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 ding, la 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 la. He thought he was
he was going the reggae
stars. Right. He's the but
yeah.
Reggae stars, they chat, they sing. I mean,
fire too.
And isn't that what hip hop? Right? Isn't that where hip hop comes from? I mean, Sizzler will sing his ass off and then like kill you with bars. Like Capleton will sing his ass off and kill you with bars. So we should appreciate, to your point, and especially right now in this time, man, the idea of what art truly is, because I think somewhere along the line we turned it into a product, and it's not a product. It's actually more than a product. It's actually lineage. It's our pyramids. We're creating shit that'll be around when we're fucking thousands of years gone. Somebody may dust off or find a CD or some recording, some hard drive somewhere that made it, and hear someone that was completely insane. I don't know what that is, but I remember not being born and hearing What's Going On, the album, and being completely blown away. I can't even imagine what it is to come back maybe in 2035, and what is it, maybe it's a 2135, and hearing Public Enemy for the first time. Somebody has a Public Enemy record around somewhere, and hearing that for the first time. Like, that shit would blow my mind fucking completely. Like, what is this? I wouldn't even care what's going on right now. Like, that's how I feel about hearing stuff from the past. Jimi Hendrix still blows my mind.
Yeah.
Nirvana still blows my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Like hearing stuff that before I was even born blows my mind. So we have to look at things in perspectives. That's why Picasso's paintings to this day sell for hundreds of millions of dollars. Because it's one of one. you know, and we have to start looking at our thing of ours as one of one. This is not, they don't get to value our shit. We do.
Right.
You know,
But
the ability.
but the problem is the critiques. Like I just feel like we don't respect.
Yo.
I feel like we don't respect each other enough.
Talk about that shit, my nigga. Talk about it.
I just don't. I think other genres respect each other, and you know, they support each other, and all of that. Yo, B Crook said my next album gonna be R&B duets. Yeah, you gonna produce it too, bro. Yo, listen. Ask Honey. I told her that I was gonna do a project singing. I'm gonna do one as Larry J. Blige. I'm gonna do one. Just having fun.
You heard it first on the social, man.
Just having fun. You know why? Cause I fucking feel like it. Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, who gonna check me for going in the studio and singing? Who gonna do that? I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm not Luther. I'm not. Yo, I ain't even homie from Shalimar out this motherfucker. Howard Hewitt out this motherfucker. But I could hold a note a little bit. So I'm gonna have fun, man. I'm gonna sing about all the shit y'all niggas scared to sing about.
You heard?
Yeah.
Are you listening to the words that are coming out of his mouth? This I don't give a fuck segment has been brought to you by the people that don't care and the people that are never there. Continue, my brother.
Oh yeah, R.I.P. Prince. R.I.P. Prince.
Yes.
He passed away today. R.I.P. to Chris Knight, my homegirl. Her son, he was a sheriff, well, a deputy, and I just saw on her page today that he had got killed a couple weeks ago. You know, one of the inmates poked him out. You know what I'm saying? So shout to CK and her son CK, Chris Knight. You know what I mean? Shout to them. R.I.P. to Black Rob. R.I.P. DMX. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. We gotta get that out the way. All right,
Hey,
and definitely R.I.P. my brother PH. Definitely.
And speaking of passing and brothers and sisters leaving earlier than expected, can you describe to the people them what it was like going through that COVID shutdown? For those that may not realize what an artist may go through, and then what do you think about, to your point, like the DMXs, the Black Robs being taken from us, the Prince Markie D's, the Ecstasies? What do you think about all this death and in this time period that we're living in? Just talk about that real quick.
From an artist point of view, the COVID really didn't stop anything. Like I put out so much music during COVID. You know what I mean? That didn't stop anything. But as far as the people passing away, I lost a really good friend of mine. Rest in peace, Don Solo. You know, a couple people passed away, man, and I wasn't really feeling that. Me, I got this thing, man. Shout out to my brother, Mums too. Shout out to him.
Yeah, Mums, man. Rest in peace,
you know
Mums.
What I'm saying?
One of the most brilliant poets.
Yeah, man. I got separation anxiety. I think, you know what I'm saying? Like, as much as I don't like people, I love people. You know what I'm saying? And if you violate, yeah, I want to smack Earth, Wind, and Fire out you, but I feel bad after that. Like, that's just the type of person I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll protect myself or my loved ones, or I'll go to war for what I believe is right. But if anyone gets hurt, I feel bad later, like on the low, like, because come on, man, you start to really think about it, like, this person, as fucked up as he is, this person got a mom. This person has maybe children. Somebody like this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
So to take it to the COVID thing, I started looking at COVID and the people passing, not even just from COVID, just during this period, just this whole period, as I don't know if you're spiritual, if you've heard of the rapture, but that's what it felt like, because it felt like the people that's passing aren't the dirtbag people. The dirtbag people are still walking God's green earth, while the good people are with God now. Like it says in the Bible that in the rapture that he's gonna come get them first. They're gonna be standing next to you, and then all of a sudden they're not. You know what I'm saying? He's taking them first, because when the shit go down, he don't want them here. They're gone. You understand what I'm saying? And it's eerie because it really felt like that.
It gives perspective into all of the math that we've learned throughout our lives, whether you read the Quran, whether you read the Bible, whether you read the Torah, you kind of get a perspective that not every word that's said is to be interpreted at the time that it's read. Sometimes when you look and you live long enough, you'll see some shit, and it'll remind you of the things that you read that you took for joke, and it puts it into perspective on what's real sometimes. And the idea of we can't sleep on anything. Don't nobody have the answer. I ain't saying
that that's what it is.
No. You're absolutely right in how you're gauging it, because all things can be true. They're all here for a purpose. The truth is bigger than us, and the universe is bigger than us.
I just find it interesting.
We're the smallest things we're the smallest thing in the universe, damn near.
Word. I mean, I just find it interesting that all the good people are going, and all the dirt bags is still fucking.
Well, if there's any solace to everything you just said, everyone in that fucking Bible, everyone in that Quran, and everyone that's in that Torah that had to do some great shit at some point was a complete maniac. And the God don't look for the people that got it all figured out anyway. There's no help needed there. Them people thought they could buy their way into heaven, and those people don't need his assistance. It's the drug addicts. It's the people that are struggling with alcoholism. It's the people that are ignorant and can't figure things out. But if you pass by them at a bodega, they'll drop some jewels on you that set you straight for the rest of your life. Like there's people out here that are broken, but regardless of how broken they are, they could still love you better than a lot of these people out here with everything. Love don't require money. Love is free, but it hurts. And most people don't want to pay that pain. They want love that's Hallmark built.
Hold on. And this episode of Love Black Style is coming directly to you from the Soul Show.
Yes, my brother. Yes. You already know, man. Two brothers just talking. Just talking. And once again, you know, for the things that are of value for anyone's life, for anyone to share.
We ain't even talk about no music, man.
But we talking, and that's a beautiful thing. Because that's music.
He said, but we're talking, nigga. Shit.
We talking, man. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. That shit is music, man.
Yeah.
That shit is music. We've been rapping past each other, at each other for years. And this one moment in life right now, I think it's the moment where we start actually talking to each other. And I think that's a beautiful fucking thing. Because before, we all had this notion of this world allowing us to stay busy without contact. You know, we only contact people based on necessity, but we don't contact them based out of love, based out of forgiveness, based out of knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Based out, I'm gonna give you something, nigga. You don't owe me shit. I hope this shit helps you to be a bigger person, and whatever the hell you do with it is on you. But my job is just to share it. And I love what the kids are talking about right now, because they'll tell me in a heartbeat, man, in a New York minute, you had one job to do. And we make it so complicated. We're guilty of making things so goddamn complicated. And maybe the irony of it all is we just had one job to do. What's wrong with that? Like, how can you fuck one job up?
Oh, shit.
How you gonna get fired? They made a whole movie out there. How you get fired on a day off? But we'll do it. We'll find a way.
Yo, it's even worse nowadays. Niggas, unemployed niggas is getting fired now. How you get fired and you ain't even have a job?
Yo!
Niggas is wild. Niggas have evolved. Yo.
Man, but dude, like I appreciate your time tonight, man. We're just talking. I think that's a beautiful example. Instead of telling people how to talk, when to talk, and where to talk, we're actually showing them.
That's a fact.
You know, I lived a lot of years in Missouri, and that's the show me state. And you know, the idea of show somebody before you chastise them. You know, if you ain't showed them nothing, you just told them what to do, then you can't act like you did anything. The showing is the actual examples, the actual work. The speech don't really require the work. Facts. You know, in that regard. You know, we as a people, we deserve more time with each other, more time to build these state lines, these communication lines, these trust lines, these loyalty lines, these bloodlines. All that shit is a mirage at the end of the day, because you can build with people you've never met. And, you know, going back to your biblical quotations, in that same book, it said, in my mansion are many rooms. So how the fuck we don't know our family ain't spread out all over this fucking world? But if we don't reach out to people, how the fuck would we ever know? You know, and this is one of those fucking moments, man. Like I said, bro, you know, you can't, I reached out to you and I didn't even know I was going to be doing no shit like this. Nor did I even want to do nothing like that. And then I see you, you know, as an artist outside of what you're doing, and you're talking to people. You're going live and explaining things that, you know, and let us all take this as a fucking lesson. Before, it was mind your business, don't say shit, stick to yourself, don't share. Someone will rob you. Now we're all, even if we're not talking to nobody, but strictly the world, and just letting someone know what went on today, we're actually elevating ourselves, and we didn't even know it. And I think that's bigger than music. I think that's really the music, because we're touching people, we're connecting to people. Like, your fan base is actually more connected now than it was to your prior, like you were saying, like back in the days, yeah, we did records, we did shows, and it was back home, and didn't nobody know you like that. Didn't nobody know how you tick. Now they get to know what you're really thinking about. And I think that creates lifelong fans. You can't illustrate a better marketing plan than that shit.
I agree.
That gives
500%.
everyone a closeness to you that regardless to where you at on the planet, regardless to what you drop, regardless to what you sing, what you don't sing, they just want to be a part of that because for all shits and giggles, if it's just that they got from you, that could be everything to someone else. And they didn't even know. This Go Sit Your Ass Down Somewhere moment has been brought to you by my crazy ass. Don't believe a word that I'm saying because I'm loony. The Soul Show and my brother from another mother, Bad Seed. We're just talking. We're just letting it all out. This is what hip hop is. It's the idea of stripping ourselves down to the essence and sharing that amongst the people there.
Yo, but bro, I like that background you got going on in the back. That's pretty dope.
I appreciate you, family. I appreciate you, family.
You I turned to the side and pointed, right?
Yo, yeah, I take all that, man. My man's not too long ago, he was like, dude, looking like Ted Koppel. So I take all that, man.
That is dope, like, though. I love it.
It's like this Nightline or something, man.
It's
but,
creative.
Yo,
I love it. I love it, man. I love it.
You know, once again, man, the ability to talk about hip hop in its most global sense, in its most wider sense, I think it's a blessing for a lot of us. We don't see us being able to build on this level without combining shiny, simple things. We hear Dumb It Down come out a lot, and that's cool, and that has its space. But the idea of showing people something different that we can talk about issues in this world, I think it's very royal. Talk about just briefly what that meant for you to hear guilty, guilty, guilty.
Real quick, Lakim, yeah, I know Thunny, that's the bro. Shout out to
Yeah,
Thunny
man,
Brown.
that's our peoples. Dunny Brown is right from the O, the Everglades. You know, he reps it hard, he reps Brooklyn hard, and we love him. So shout out to Thunny.
Yeah, shout out to Thunny. The guilty verdict. About time. You know, I think that there was no way that wasn't going to happen. I was confident that was going to happen. They really didn't want no smoke. We just got to wait and see what the, don't get hyped. We got to wait to see what the sentence is going to be in 8 weeks, because what if they get this man 2 years? But with time served. Like, come on, man. Like, they play them games. You know what I'm saying? And be like, well, we convicted him. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta, like, everybody celebrating, everybody, you know, celebrate when the sentencing go down. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate when he get poked out in jail. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate.
Well, and I feel your point, because really the celebration needs to be the system that has allowed these Klan members, if you will, to metastasize throughout all police systems and the criminal justice system, and view us as not only as profit, but a way to control our population, if you will. Like to just see that broken. I think that would be really the time to celebrate that system no longer exists for us, because this system that is in place is strictly at the heart of it all designed for us.
I think that they convicted him so that we couldn't say that they don't never convict things.
Right.
That's what I think.
Whoa, how many times have we seen a nigga do to go towards
and get acquitted? And get acquitted.
Right.
So
given probation.
Right.
10 years probation.
so that we can't say the shit, they're convicting him. They're making an example of him, and then they're gonna go back to their bullshit.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So like the partying, chill. You know, like throw it up for George. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't done, man. Like we're not done. Like it ain't time to party. Like that's when they get you when you partying. That's why I really I don't in the clubs and shit. I never was the nigga on the floor doing the running man and. Nah, man, I'm chilling. I'm watching. I'm seeing who, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you partying, that's when they get you. That's when they creep up on you and take your fucking head off. So just keep your eyes open. Like, it ain't over.
No, it ain't over, man. And, you know, once again, even if the lyrics don't get you, the energy from that voice will get you. Talk about where they could find your new project, what you got brewing for 2021, and what more can we expect from you? I mean, you done did it all. You done did like 8 albums, and we 3 months in. So just talk about what we can expect from everything Bad Seed.
I gotta give a big shout out to my crew, 6 Man Entertainment. Shout out to Honey De Niro. She's got a record out right now called Aries. The remix, we just sent it out to the DJs. We're still sending them out. It's the remix has Naps and Dreads, and Mims is on that. We brought him out of retirement.
Memphis Bleak, let's go.
No, not Memphis Bleak. Mims.
Oh,
Mims.
Mims.
Yeah.
Oh, Mims.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shout out to my man Mims. This is
shout out to Mims. Word
yes.
up. So we brought him out of retirement. He on that.
Yes.
Shout to Free God. Shout to Stuck B. Shout to CJ Dove, Spicy, Kill Ripken. You know, just shout to the squad. Shout to Murder Megs, Team Demo. You know, shout to Freak Show. You know, I just put out Get Home Safe. Get Home Safe. You can find that on all the streaming platforms. People are saying it's my best album. The more I listen to it, I think it's one of my better ones in a little bit of time. My company, 6 Man, we represent the underdog, the person that is just as good as the starter that can't get into the game until something stupid happens to the starter, who's either there because of politics or whatever. I represent the underdog. Every artist, every producer I fuck with is underdog. My album, Get Home Safe, there is not one big name producer, not one big name feature on it. Everybody is underdog. You know, Shabam Sadiq is on there. John Jiggs is on there. Honey De Niro's on there.
Shout out to John Jiggs, man.
Yeah,
good dude. We just had him on last week.
LR Blitzkrieg, Punchline from Punching Words back in the days. AL Skills. Yo, man, like it's really, really good. Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, go check it out. And while you're there, you can't go wrong with anything on there. Like, I'm not even going to bullshit you. You could just binge listen.
You hear that, people? You hear that, people? Go
you could binge
check
listen.
my man.
My money is on my catalog. Period.
Yep.
So
go check my man Bad Seed out.
I ain't just talking. If you into that good old Diddy Bop street shit with the bars and you want to hear that, all right. You know
let us know. My man Straits Flow, you know him as Lakim. You know, let us know when you're ready for that Orlando sound, bro, because it moved different down here too. We got some producing guns out here, man, and so let us know when you're ready for that different sound, because we coming with it out here, man.
No doubt. Shout
And
to
we-
Orlando. Word up.
Yes. And we appreciate you, man. We love your sound. We love your music. We love your bars. What you're bringing to the game is refreshing and it's needed. And as I will always say to you, you're always welcome on this show, man. I don't want to hold you up too much more.
Yo, I gotta get Honey De Niro on here, and I gotta get Free God on here too.
Please, I'm booking for May, so let's conversate after we done the show, and let's make that happen, bro. Because they're dope too, and they need a voice and they need shine too. So let's make that happen. May coming through.
6 man.
Yes, give it up for the legendary MC representing that Brooklyn Bad Seed. Let's go.
Wait, I gotta give you a drop. That's DMX leaving. Hold up.
Okay, I got you.
Yo, shout out to X, man. I mean, this is DMX. Now, I mean, we representing on the Soul Show because it's not the no, it's the show. Because when the no changes to the show, then the show goes to the no. What?
Yo, let's go. Give it up for my man's 50 grand Bad Seed. Let's go. Brooklyn. Man, I love y'all, man. It's what we do. Representing. This is what we do. Shout out to everybody on the check-in. My man Jay, my man Strange Flow. You already know, Holmes. Man, shout out to everybody on the check-in. We do this. We do this for real. CJ Dub, my man Jesse Jazz. Like I said, I want to give a quick shout out to everyone that tuned in tonight. And I would like to welcome our brand new sponsors to our sponsor family, Red Rum, who will be sponsoring the show moving forward. We love them. If you don't know about Red Rum, they represent that old town sound. Brand new album coming out. If you don't know who Red Rum is, you better ask somebody. They are the sound of Orlando. Shout out to Red Eyes. Shout out to my brother Rax. Shout out to that whole entire movement. What they're doing for the city is just completely insane. There are new sponsors of the show. We thank every last one of you for showing up tonight and representing. I also want to say our sponsor of the night was 5stargraphics.com. If you need printing in the city, go check the man, the legendary Jesse Jazz, DJ, promoter, and graphic man in the city. You will not find anything better in the city. Go hit that man up. Support local business. This is what we're doing. For those that have been copying these shirts, we want to say thank you. There's still shirts available. I'm only making a limited number of these shirts to document that this happened. I grew up during a time where we took no pictures and there's no evidence of all the things that we did. This was just my way of taking a picture of this moment and saying, hey, we did this and this is for our city. And if you're not representing our city, our story, and our motherfucking sound, I don't know what you're doing. And we ain't got no time for it. So we're focused on the people that want to see this city and the infrastructure that's been in place for decades change. We are depending on our city to back what we're doing because our city has interest in what we're doing, which is taking this city and putting it out for the entire world to see in a different light other than Disney. And that's okay, because this is what we're doing. It's the Sound of Orlando show. If you ain't know, you better ask somebody. Go tell the man them. We out here, man. See you tomorrow. Out.
Live on stage, the sound
Of Orlando.
So, is they ready?
Yes.
The sound
Of Orlando.